So I'm just going to go on to the third talk this evening. We're going to have Ruth Doughty. Excellent, got the surname right. Forgot to check that one beforehand, but pulled it off. That's okay, nobody realised. Right, and Ruth's going to talk to us about the Littlewoods Heritage Project.
Hello everyone, my name is Ruth Doughty and I'm Head of Film Studies at Liverpool John Moores University. And I want to talk to you about the Littlewoods Heritage Project because we're looking to record the history of the Edge Lane building, the former site of the Littlewoods pools. We've managed to secure heritage funding and I'm running this project in collaboration with Metal Arts and also the property developers, Capital and Centric, the National Football Museum and the Littlewoods 95 group. So how this project came about, I was reading The Echo and I saw that Twickenham Studios were going to open a film studios on Edge Lane. And of course, being head of film studies, this was super exciting for the students at LJMU. And people started saying, well, do you know about the history? Now, of course, I'm at Liverpool John Moores University, but I didn't know so much about the pools. So I started exploring this amazing history and looking at some of the archive images of the women in the building. I then went around the building back in June 2018 and it was like a time capsule. Now I'm sure a lot of you are aware that the building was actually set on fire in September that year, so a lot of this has been left. Now, one of the first things we did, I got some curriculum enhancement money and I hired 2 students to work with me. And we'd go to the archive at the Preston National Football Museum and we'd start interviewing former employees. Now, Johnny got the position because on the day the building caught fire, he lived around the corner and went and captured it on the phone. And Martin, the other intern, did a bit of research and found out that his granddad went to jail for 18 months after forging a pools coupon. So far we've only interviewed 3 people. Dorothy, who works in permutations, Lynn, who actually worked in a TV studio based in Edge Lane where they made little videos about how to work properly, and Joe, who was a winner. So as I said, I'm working with Metal Arts Foundation and I'm sure a lot of people know about the work Metal does locally. They do a lot of community work and work in schools and also in youth groups as well. I'm also working with Jeff Young, who's a local writer and also a member of staff in the screen school where I work at John Moores. And we're also hiring a filmmaker. We're interviewing next week actually, so we've got somebody else joining the team. So I'm going to be going out doing oral history interviews with former employees and taking students with me. We're also digitising material from the archives. We've got a Facebook group and we're creating an archive at LJMU. We're also then going into schools and delivering workshops so kids know about the amazing history. We're creating a website to share with the community. But we're going to make a short film documenting the history of the building. We don't quite know what the narrative will be, but we'll be looking at how the building was used during the wartime effort. Because Littlewoods was the second biggest producer of parachutes and barrage balloons after the American military. We've also found out that the site was used as a hub where all international mail in and out of the UK was checked in terms of censorship to make sure nobody was leaking any information to the spies. But the big story is the women. I mean, look at that amazing kind of warehouse full of women. Littlewoods was really ahead of its time employing women and looking after the staff. We hear so many stories about the camaraderie. You know, it was people in one family, grandma would work there, mum, auntie, sisters, daughters. And you hear these amazing stories about day trips where they all got outrageously drunk. The stories are just fantastic. But also, Littlewoods was one of the first companies to start using IBM computers. So we're going to look at how automation actually changed the working life of the building. So with our film that we're creating, we're going to hold an event and we're actually going to project our film onto the exterior of the building. So at the point it becomes the new TV studios, we're literally going to bring the building to life. We're also creating legacy archival material, so if you pop into the building using smart technology and looking at exhibitions, you can access this history. So everybody in Liverpool knows somebody who has a connection to Littlewoods. So please put them in touch with us, join the Littlewoods Heritage Project on Facebook and tell us what is your story. Thank you.